Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Six. We have mostly mined out the bottom half of the Dwarven Quarter. We have just so many industry spots that we need to build out. I think it's going to be magnificent, but there is one thing that we need to be concerned with. So I'm getting a little bit mind fled. There's so much traffic which goes through this brewery. I dug into this wall. I hope that fixes it. We might need to seal the brewery from over here or something to redirect traffic a bit. Because you can see when people path over each other, it slows them down. It's clearly not efficient. Was I saying, the first thing I want to do is to fill this upper area with services. Because it's gonna serve two purposes, right? It's gonna make the dwarves in here happy, which is mundo necessary. And just as importantly, I plan on expanding my army at some point in the near future, which is gonna require more people like moving into this general region. So I think this whole area up here being like a services sector would be cool. It'll just connect up to this road over here, which I might as well just get a little thing over here and over here set up so I can have like a basic block. We might want to rebuild this hearth. I think I will do that. I'm just gonna delete room, boom, so that I can get a nice square block set up. The buildings themselves, I think it'd be cool to have it following this path a little bit. Because it's going to be Piganoids working in these places anyways. I guess maybe like a first thing that we should do is set up some like Piganoid housing or something. I want this road to sort of become tiny. I think I'll turn it into a 3-piece road like this. There we go. Hopefully that looks good. I tried to center it. Fuck, is this actually centered? Yes, this is centered. Thank goodness. Alright, well, the first building that I think is the most important building that I'm going to add is a tavern. Because one thing I noticed every time I looked at what services were lacking for the people, it always tended to be the taverns, so getting it set up as like the biggest service building here will hopefully help to combat that. I don't know if it will, but you know, it's always worth a shot, I think. Just trying to like carefully trim this stuff away from the road. It's gonna jut in a little bit, I think, unfortunately. I mean, I could go crazy with it. Slurp a little bit harder, I guess. No, I think I got it. There we go. So this is gonna be the tavern. We're gonna add in pillars soon enough. But of course, the first thing we're gonna do is add in a bunch of tables. I guess there's no reason the tables can't like just go up all the way to the end, because I imagine people will just enter the tavern near where they want to use the table, you know? And the tables are becoming shorter and shorter as the building gets shorter. Oh man, it's just not enough space. We can put some knickknacks there. We're gonna need pillars. I think the pillar action is gonna be pretty easy for us because of just the weird length of the building. I mean, I could be wrong. This is looking a little bit suspect. We might need to reevaluate our table situation. Up here definitely should be easy, right? Yeah. So maybe we need to just add in like a shorter table up here or something. Yeah, I don't think there's any other clean solution. It just be what it be. So then, yep, there we go. Allows me to fit in a pillar. Not super clean, but at least it maintains the table itself. I'm going to add in some carpets now, and then worst case scenario, we add knickknacks. I think we're probably going to end up trimming this building down a little bit. I think we're going to have more than enough coziness. And there we go. 100% coziness, so we might as well slurp this dude in. I mean, we could extend the dude out. That's like another option. Get like slightly more tables. You know, that wouldn't necessarily be too bad. Then we just put like another pillar here. Yeah, you know what? I think I will do it. Why not? It's still 100% coziness. I'm just going to add a door in between every single set of tables. It should still remain isolation 100. Just cause, you know, it's such a big building. Yep, there we go. I'm being extremely generous with the doors, and there's still just so much isolation. I think I'm gonna send it. I think this place will be called like I don't know, I feel like there's some sort of instrument that looks like this. Maybe the organ? But that might be a little bit macabre. You're gonna have the road just rebuilt slightly to the left. We're definitely gonna need a warehouse for all of these places as well. Probably a pretty big one, to be honest, because it's gonna be a canteen, lavatory, eatery, bathhouse, you know, all the buildings, so they're all gonna rely on having like coal imported and what have you. Alright, there we go. I think that is the outside shape of the building. Oh, we can plug in. Oh no, we cannot plug in. Oh well, it'd be what it be. I'll make this one a little bit more walkable by having a central, like, walking hallway. I think that is, like, perfectly fine reason to lose a little bit of storage capacity. Because it's still going to be, like, 20 crates or some shit, you know. We need a pillar. Crap, I didn't really think about that. We can just put a pillar here. So, one less crate. It's still 10,000 storage. Then we just have doors. Even with this amount of doors, we still have isolation 100%. Boom. Aw, man, I should have made this building one taller. Crap. Well, whatever. No, it doesn't matter. I'm sure from afar, people will not even notice. You know, it's an organic zone, so it doesn't have to perfectly fit. Okay. The next civic I am going to want is definitely going to be a canteen. I think the canteen should be above the tavern and the eatery could be above the warehouse, just so that I can like slurp this entire fucking zone over here. I think that'd be pretty cool. Obviously we're doing some rounded corners as well. It'll become more rounded as we add in like pillars and shit onto the inside as well. So it is fine that it's not rounded yet. Probably should... Oh no. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit awkward. Having slightly less cooking table action, but I wanted to... Or cooking station action, but I want to make sure that you had enough for the fuckers. No, hold up. There's a fucking nub here. Damn you, nub. Okay, well while that's getting in mind, I guess we can start with the eatery instead. The eatery doesn't have to be very big. In fact, it probably makes sense to have it kind of small. Generally speaking, people will go for the canteen before they go for the eatery, I'm pretty sure. So we're probably going to end up with a lowish workload in the canteen to begin with. And by the canteen, I mean the eatery. Oh no. There we go. Fuck. How am I going to get these guys in? I guess I could just like... No, dude. Alright, what if I had... Now, surely we could just put the pillar right here, right? Yeah, there we go. Then we get just two, like, tinier ones over here. Alright, that's fine. Don't miss out too much on food space. Building is 100% rounded, just add in a couple doors on each side. It's got like a nice spaceship-ish looking shape, which is cool. I'm sure the Kryptonians will appreciate it. And I'm just gonna let some time advance. I think I should add in some more humans and a little bit more Pyganoids just to grease the wheels a little bit. Once we get our university constructed from last episode, we're going to have a humongous deficit of odd jobbers, so it only makes sense to bolster our ranks a little bit. Are we actually making money now? Let's see. Oh no. Kind of getting money fucked. We're only gonna... I realize why we are no longer making enough money. I built this ginormous warehouse to store a bunch of like weapons and armor. We used to run a surplus of that. So that's why the imports have sort of dried up a little bit. Which is what it is. I think we're eventually gonna catch up on that front. The real question, which might be a question for another time depending on how long the video runs, is what industries am I gonna put in this bottom section here? I was definitely thinking about having a couple more smithies, right? Like another weapon and armor one, I think. Just so that we could store even more of the shit. I mean, we are running a surplus with weapons and armor, I'm pretty sure. Like if we look... Yeah, we're producing like a net 300 plus. I think the same is true of weapons, but... if we end up having, like, doubling our army size, we're going to need the more production output anyways, so don't think there's any harm in it. Then after that, what's our clothing situation? Let's see, we produce 1,000 more clothes than we need. We could maybe do another tailor. I think our cut stone... I mean, we're producing massive surplus cut stone. I don't think we need to go crazy with that. We could maybe get another carpenter. Does kind of look like... Yeah, we only have a bit... Oh no, this is metal. Yeah, we're only producing like an extremely tiny surplus. So another carpenter wouldn't be too terrible. I think the carpenter... There's this massive building here, which... Hold up, is this a... Oh no. I was gonna say we could have like a charcoal burner somewhere up here as well. I don't think there's space for it. I think that's the only other industry that uses wood other than paper making, which... Pretty sure paper making is inefficient in this game. I could be wrong. I guess I could always just check, right? If you look at the paper maker, it consumes 5 wood to make 1 paper. I'm pretty sure importing paper... It's like a little bit, it's like the same ballpark price as importing wood. Now maybe once you add in a bunch of modifiers, you can kick up the production. It'd have to be like 600% production though for it even like break even. So maybe not that. One thing I guess I should probably do. Yeah, why are people injured? What the fuck? Did I have an accident or something? Did I just not pay attention? Oh my god, I must have like clicked the millisecond it showed up or something. It's like a warehouse accident. It's either that or I just did not pay attention. I mean, it's hard to pay attention to the pop-up sometimes because you keep getting hit with the fish one, you know? Oh, the warehouse is done. It's got 40 crates, so first things first. I'm just gonna add in 2 crates of every single type of food. Because, of course, I'll even add in rations just to have that available. I'll do 4 crates for booze, 4 crates for coal. I'm not sure if any other materials are going to be needed for service stuff. So I think I'll do the classic of adding in a couple crates for clothing and tools. I guess realistically speaking, I could add in some construction materials as well. Just like a random bits and bobs, you know? So I will do that. Because we're going to need pots and shit to make the canteen anyways, so we might as well grease the wheels on that. Looks like the eatery is almost done as well, which will be cool. How's the university coming along? Let's see. They haven't even gotten the materials there yet. Sad shit is what it is. I think they've reached the phase of the construction where... No, there is still some cut stone. Guess it's just too far out of the way, so they haven't been getting at it. Ooh, a lot of these apartments have been built. Oh yeah, I was gonna build more apartments. I guess I will get that sorted right now. So there's all these apartment blocks over here that I got cleared out. So it only makes sense to get them set up before I put in the work buildings so that people have a place to go right when they are constructed. Boom. Very sweet. There should be even more of them. Pretty sure this is not one of them. This is a housing area, right? Excuse me? Okay. I thought I fucked it up. I did not fuck it up. Thank goodness. Alright, there we go. It's gonna block a couple entrances to the warehouse, but that is fine. This ration warehouse just has like 10 bajillion entrances, so you know. I guess the next building we should add is a lavatory. I think this long stretch of land up here will be perfect for it. Doesn't need to be like a super crazy awesome one. Could probably just have it be this long skinny right here. Then I'm just gonna have some basins. There we go. A perfectly acceptable latrine. We could make it a little bit smaller so that it could become rounded, but then we would miss out on a little bit of latrine action, I think. I guess we can make it a little bit bigger up here. There we go. It's nice and bullet shaped. You know what? I will miss out on a latrine. I care not. It's just going to be a turd shaped building for a turd shape sort of situation. You know, for turd shaped turds. Can I maybe fit in like a... No. Oh well, that's fine. You know, it does make sense. There's like this whole architectural movement sort of during, I think like the early founding of America, but might have predated it a little bit, where people were like super hard into the meme where like a building should look like the purpose it functions as. I'm trying to remember like the example. Nah, it's completely slipped my mind. It's been too long. But, you know, basically the idea would be like a food-shaped industry might be shaped like food or something. Have I just generated a false memory? I might be thinking of something else. Oh, the university has been constructed. Guess I'm gonna add in a little bit of humans. Because why not? I don't want them to be doing the good work. This place is still out of booze. That is so rough. I guess just this warehouse up here needs some more delivery men. I'm gonna say 5 delivery men should be enough. I would certainly hope it's enough, you know. And they'll start like running down to get more booze. How much does booze even sell for anyways? Let's see. So booze sells for 16. Fucking omega yikers. That is so trash. How much of a surplus are we producing? We are producing, oh, about 1,000. 1,000 surplus. Interesting. Which means we're using like 6,000 or 7,000. It might be actually worthwhile to build another brewery. We could maybe make like an identical warehouse down here as well. Just to serve it, you know? Because I don't want to use this whole space for a place. We could actually put a tavern over there. Just have even more tavern access. Because again, if we look at services, taverns are always like super lacking. Looks like the dwarves aren't getting enough bads either. And they're not getting enough eateries. No wonder they're so pissed off. This has 100% load. Wait, this has 100% load? Maybe we should... This could be a bathhouse down here, I guess. Then that way, this bathhouse could service like people more up north, I guess. This bathhouse also has 100% load. Is there a better place for one? I was gonna have a plaza be over here. I guess the first things first would be to have a bathhouse down here, right? And I guess it might as well also be a big one. Because apparently bathhouse access is extremely vital. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the tavern, have it follow the road. There we go. It's probably gonna be a massive pain in the ass to pillar this place up because the basins are so, like, unusually shaped, I'll say. But at the same time, basins do have a lot of spots where they are, like, agnostic to it being exposed to the air. With a lot of these service buildings, there'll be, like, little interaction points for the dudes to touch. With the bath, it's like 90% like just a non-touch zone. Oh. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit sloppy, but so far so good, I guess. We can maybe do some benches up here. Benches are incredibly awkward because they need to be exposed to all sides, to the open air, which is what it is. You can at least have like a little sneaky pillar inside the benches, which is cool. We might want to save the last corner for a little bit more bench action. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if we had to get rid of some basins too. I guess the first one on the docket would be this guy in the corner. But I'm gonna hesitate on that until I actually see the damage, you know. Ah, yeah, fuck it. This will be all the benches. We still don't have enough benches. This is terrible. I guess we can squeak in one over here, right? Each tiny bench only provides fucking 4% comfort. It's extremely bad sign. We could get rid of this tiny one though. There we go. So that is 128 services. That should be more than enough for everyone nearby. Just adding in some doors now. There we go. Building is not rounded in the least, which is what it is as well. I'm gonna try to squeak in a little bit of a rounding pillar over here. Now it's 10% rounded. Can I get rid of these benches, maybe? Oh no, I need one of them. I might be able to squeak. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Now we've got an even more rounded place. It's now 63% round. Which I absolutely love to see. I think that's about as rounded as it's gonna get, or at least as round as I'm willing to try to make it. There we go, 78% rounded. The pignoids will be pleased. They better appreciate that I put in the good old college try. We're at negative 140 odd jobbers. Probably need to look at what's going on. So the lab exists now. I think I want to remove some of the tiny labs that exist in the human quarter Yeah, like this 32 scientist, Marty. I don't want to, like, remove so many labs that, like, we have a net even. I definitely want to... I think this is a good amount. Gotten rid of 60 lab workers, so that's going to be a good step on our way to equilibrium here. I'm going to add in even more humans. Boom. I'm going to add in a little bit more Garthemes. Boom. A little bit more Pigonoid action. Boom. There we go. So that'll get that situated. Man, these dorms. They're all filled up now too, which makes removing them awkward. I think I'm just going to leave them as wooden. I know, it's absolutely hideous, but it's the low-income housing, you know? That's always important to have when you're near, like, a school or whatever. It's not everyone is, like, got loaded parents or something. Definitely I'm going to do... We have 53 children starving? Are you fucking serious? Wait, insufficient workers allocated? They all stopped working the wet nurse job? Are you fucking serious? What the hell? The Crotonian breeders are also not, like, set up. Are you fucking serious? How do I even fix that? Okay. I've heightened the priority a little bit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. This place also doesn't have people. Is it only humans that are allowed to work here? Oh my god, that is a hideous child. What the fuck? Oh no, the humans are gonna fucking riot. This is so annoying. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna have to take that hit, I guess. That's maximally annoying. Well, good thing I caught that at least. That completely mind-flipped me. It's gonna have dorms up here. There we go. That'll round that off, give plenty of housing for these dudes. Because I imagine, yeah, the lab is already sort of languishing from not enough people. Can I fit apartments up here? On the edge of the map? I absolutely can. That is magnificent. It's going to be a little bit off-centered, but that's fine. There we go. Let's have like a couple little like openings to the outside world. That'll be pretty nice. It's nice that we actually have found a use for the space up there. We could maybe do another bathhouse in the human quarter as well, just while we're on the subject of buildings that need building. Don't know if I necessarily want to go for it right now, though. I think I just want to let time advance, let the dudes build the shit. It looks like the starvation is starting to get under control at a kind of slow pace, not gonna lie, but whatever. It's just giving the grave diggers some something to do. There's like 11 the motherfuckers and they've been really bored. I'm sure they're bogging at the scenario. We have 36 people for all. Oh no, the clerks don't have enough homes either. This fucking school is fucking everything up. I guess I could have another like row of 5 longhouses over here. And maybe, I don't know, another 3 over here. Then I could continue this road down like this, square this off. That'll hopefully provide enough housing for all the students here. I guess theoretically we probably should also start producing these apartments as well. There's gonna be a lot of cutstone used up. We're probably gonna run out of this shit, but it is what it is. It's gonna house just so many residents that we will have no homelessness problems going forward. Which will be nice. I trust it'll be solved even when we add in, even if we were to add in another university, just from the sheer volume of houses that I've added. Okay, the tavern keepers are here. I think I'm gonna build another warehouse. I'm gonna build the sucker. I don't know. I do not know where. It's gotta be near the tavern. Maybe, there's this little... Well, I don't want to build stuff right next to the walls, I think, because I think that would be probably against building code. I'll build the warehouse right here, and this warehouse is... its only job in life is going to be to bring over booze for the tavern, so it's such an important job. I think having warehouse workers dedicated to the one task, right? Because with this warehouse, they've got like bread they're bringing, shit like that, so there can be like windows where they're not bringing over booze. We've had another training yard accident. Thankfully, it's the tiniest training yard ever. Completely acceptable. We're down to 324,000 bucks. We need to fix our exports pretty much right now. I guess I will increase the amount of armor that I'm selling. And I'll increase the amount of weapons that I'm selling as well. There we go. Probably not like super ideal, but that's the cost of focusing so much on services. Wow, this tavern has 100% load. Also, I will name it the Organ. So I think that would be cool. Maybe we need... I mean, it says that there's 123 services, so maybe the workload is so high just because people are like having to travel really, really far for booze. Because we'd be at 0 available services if we were using them all up. It says load 100%. It's not saying workload 100%. Maybe the services are available because there's just not enough booze. I know, I think we're going to have to keep our eyes on that. What's the next service on the docket anyways? A physician would be cool. I think... I mean, we're going to want this building here. Where could the physician go? I guess in this little spot down here should be perfectly fine, right? So it's big enough where it can fit a bunch of dudes, but it's not big enough for like a large service building of a different kind. We're definitely going to want to focus in on the shelves. Because I remember, yeah, this place needs a fuck ton of shelves. In fact, I'm going to make this workbench tinier so I can add in even more shelves. Is this still not enough? Wait, hold on. I see a glimmer of hope. I see a little bit of a nook that we can exploit. We might even be able to restore balance to the force and have this table be a long table. Though that does bear in mind, like, how the fuck are we gonna actually pillar this place up? I mean, the answer is simple, right? We have a slightly shorter shelf here, and we have a long shelf here, and then we put like a tiny shelf here. There we go. And if that didn't work, there's this little extra spot up here as well. So boom, that's gonna be 5 physicians, 20 services. That's a very square building. There's not really much I can do easily to make it rounded, but I care not. Oh, here's the warehouse for the booze. Your job in life is to get booze. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, now the load is 1.5%. Everyone was just visiting the Organ because it was like the hip new place to be. I'm sure the load will increase as well as we get more and more dwarves working in the Dwarven Quarter up there. Money situation is starting to fix itself as well. The next civic that we're going to have to build is a canteen. Now that that nub has been destroyed, we're probably going to have even more of like an additional tiny warehouse as well. for this guy, because I think it probably makes sense to just get like even more access. Fuck me, dude. Wait, is this even? This is too many tables to begin with. I'll add in another cooking station, another table. There we go. Whatever, that'll have to do. I think there's gonna be enough pillars because I went with like a squatter table design. There's an absolute shitload of cooking stations. That is what it is. It's a little bit of wasted space as well, but that is also whatever. No, I'm fine. Not every building needs to be like the most like penultimate like god of space usage. Plus it's 100% rounded, so the Kryptonians working here are going to rejoice. And it's 87 surfaces. Then I'm just going to put a road here so I don't forget its existence. Where's my other tiny warehouse going to be? I guess I could put it right next door to this guy. Why the fuck not? And this one is just going to be like a little helper buddy for this canteen. Oh, interesting. Tavern emits noise. I mean, it makes sense. It probably should do that. Now we can let even more time advance. Probably should have a guard post in this general region as well. Just going to put this guy right here. That will help prevent serial killers. I think for this last one, there's two possibilities, right? We could have like a duplicate. I think it would be kind of cool if there's a plaza. I think that's too much space for a plaza right there. There's the space to the left of this keep, which would be good. Well, maybe we could subdivide. We could have a hospital on this right-hand side, and then a plaza on the left-hand side near these warehouses. It'll be a little bit shielded from the noise as well. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't think we're gonna need like a whole extra canteen, no. And if we do, we can like, we'll figure it out. Alright, so the hospital is gonna look like this. Luckily, oh my god, that's so perfect. Luckily you don't need like any civics at all, or any like little thingies with hospitals. It's just at 100% efficiency by existing. This is highly annoying. Okay. I don't know about this layout, but it is what it is. I mean, it's gonna be more than enough dudes anyways, so it is fine. It's extremely square. I care not. We're gonna definitely want to dig in a mountain, this little corner, so we have a road to the plaza. It's still accessible from the right hand side. Might as well build the grand plaza here too to sort of capstone this. I guess you would call this like a services quarter off. So I'm going to start with the plaza, which will be about 10 bajillion cut stone, because it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be dwarf and human centric, right? Because it's going to be human soldiers and dwarf soldiers. So it only makes sense. It's going to be like a shitload of statues on the left hand side. Then I'm going to add in a torch. I guess I'll have a torch on each side. And we're going to want like another torch like here, I think is far enough, where it'll overlap just perfectly. And that should be good enough for the... I'll add one more torch over there. I think we're going to want some pillar monuments too, just to continue to radiate awe. I'm willing to dig a little bit into the mountain for these, because I care not. Then in the center of this, we're going to want a ginormous well. I think the well can be a little bit off in the corner. I think a hearth would be cool as well, just to give people like something there. Actually, hold up. We're gonna want a stage, a pavilion That's gonna have to take up just a shitload of space. Okay, maybe we don't have the pillar monuments down here, because we're gonna have the pillars up there, and then we can have like the pavilion be down here, I guess. And that gives plenty of room around there. I think I will delete the well as well, and instead have a row of speaker stands. That'll give some like workable area for these dudes to exist in, and like stand and, you know, observe the speaker stands and the pavilion. There we go. Then I guess our like well and hearth should just be down here, because that sort of, I feel like if there was like a medieval society or whatever, there'd be like an ordinance where you can't build like fucking buildings next to the wall, but like a hearth and a well, they don't really occupy the same amount of space, right? So I don't think it would pose a danger to the castle walls, because people wouldn't be able to really climb on the well all that well. That is this area, I think, pretty much complete. I mean, obviously it still needs to be actually like built by the dudes, which will take time. But you know, that'll probably happen in the next episode while we're fiddling around with building shit in the Dwarven Quarter, right? In a similar way to how the buildings up here got completed during this episode. Just an unfortunate reality of building. It takes time, you know? I really hope no one gets stuck, like, up here. There's no way, right? We'll just have to see. Is this actually the white shimmer, by the way? Let's see, white shimmer, okay. It's not one of those, sometimes it, like, lies, and it says that someone, that is the white shimmer, it's actually, like, the red plague of death. So glad that, it's not the case. We're actually losing a bunch of people to white shimmer, so I'm gonna just add in some human immigrants to compensate for that. There we go. Alright, I think this outro has gone on long enough. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time for more Songs of Six. Goodbye!